Just because days 1, 2, and 3 ended at the NFL draft, that does not mean the NFL draft is over. Welcome to Believers Talk. My name is Joe, and welcome to an NFL draft edition of Believers Talk, where we talk about the NFL draft and the Buffalo Bills and how they did. Now, in the last episode we did yesterday, we did talk about the draft picks by the Buffalo Bills and how I graded them. We will be doing videos breaking down each and every single one of those picks. So if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, guys, be sure to hit that subscribe button for continuing Buffalo Bills content as we break down each and every single individual Buffalo Bills draft pick. We did that with the free agents. There might be more free agents to come, guys. We're not sure about that yet, but we will also do that with the draft picks. And we'll even talk about some of these undrafted players, which I'm going to give you right now. In this video, we're going to talk about the undrafted free agents by the undrafted free agents by the Buffalo Bills, who they picked up, who do we like, who has a chance to be the next Robert Foster, right? Remember, Robert Foster was undrafted free agent last season, didn't get really much of a chance to play until midway through the season, and then started to shine. We saw more and more production out of him. Josh Allen came back from injury. They seem to have a connection, and we hope to see that continue to grow into the 2019 NFL season. But let's talk about the list of NFL free agents or undrafted free agents the Buffalo Bills signed now after the NFL draft was over. And let's talk about them a little bit. What are their chances to make it onto the 53-man roster? First on the list, University of Buffalo quarterback Tyree Jackson. Tyree Jackson was listed on NFL.com as a potential third or fourth round draft pick. Goes undrafted. Do you know why he goes undrafted? Because the NFL, it just looks down at the MAC conference a lot. And in this case, the Buffalo Bulls, as we had 3 players we thought could get drafted. None of them got drafted. But again, that works out for the Buffalo Bills in this case. You're talking about Tyree Jackson, quarterback, 6'7", 245 pounds from the University of Buffalo. A lot of comparison to Josh Allen, and that's why this is a good fit. I'm not going to say there's a QB competition. There's not. Josh Allen is our quarterback of the future for this foreseeable future. But to have a good backup who plays the same type of game Josh Allen does, let's say for some reason Josh Allen goes down again, right? That might be someone that you want to call on. And you don't want to necessarily mix up games, right? You don't want a guy, stand in the pocket type, statue type guy like Tom Brady run his offense, and then all of a sudden you get a Lamar Jackson or a Josh Allen, and all of a sudden it's a completely different skill set, and you have to work around that. That takes time to develop, and that might lead to your team not doing well. Well, if you have a quarterback that's comparable to the starter, then it might not take as much time, right? Nick Foles has a lot of the same skill set as Carson Wentz, especially when it comes to throwing in the pocket. And that's why he was comparable, at least when he came in to fill in for Carson Wentz. And that's all you see here. Now, does he have a chance to make the team? Maybe. You look at our quarterback depth right now. You're talking about Matt Barkley, Derek Anderson. Derek Anderson's up there in age. Matt Barkley and Derek Anderson both just signed a contract. I believe Matt Barkley was a 2-year contract. Derek Anderson a 1-year contract. So, could you see it happen? Absolutely. There's no reason to see Tyree Jackson not being able to come in, shine, and possibly beat out one of those guys. Talk about a guy in 32 games in college, he had a 55.8 completion percentage, 6,999 yards, just a tick short of 7,000, 49 touchdowns, 24 interceptions. Pretty good stats across the board. Some pros were saying, and analysts were saying, he should have stayed in college for one more year. That would have been awesome to see if you're a Buffalo Bulls fan. But in this instance, he came out into the NFL draft and went undrafted, but works out well for the Buffalo Bills. Even if you talk about playing him preseason and then possibly using him as trade bait, if he comes on, has a good preseason, trading him for a draft pick, then boom, we turned nothing into something. So again, with all these undrafted free agents, it's a lot of low risk, high reward, or low risk, low reward, but that won't hurt you. Then you move on, the next free agent that we signed, the undrafted free agent that we signed that had potential to be drafted, or at least by NFL.com's standards, they say he should be drafted. Damond Sills V from West Virginia was projected to be drafted in the 4th, maybe 5th round. If you watched my 7-round mock, I actually drafted him to the Buffalo Bills in the 5th round. Love this pick. would have loved this pickup even if we picked him in the draft. You're talking about a guy, a go up and get it type guy, a tall, lengthy receiver who can go up and get it, is very good at fighting in the air for the ball. That's something that he does well out of West Virginia. His stats in 24 games, 132 receptions, 2,097 yards, and 35 touchdowns. You can't argue with the numbers. You look at West Virginia here, played really well. If you don't know much about the Sills story, at the age of 13, he was actually offered a scholarship by Lane Kiffin from USC. 13 years old to play quarterback. He was actually a quarterback at that time. He comes into college, goes to West Virginia, starts as a wide receiver, says, I really want to play quarterback. So he goes to a community college, plays well at quarterback, but when he comes back to West Virginia, they're like, no thanks. We have this Greer kid that's pretty good. If you want to play, you're going to have to play wide receiver. So he does, and it works out well for him. Again, I just read the stats for you. Works out pretty well. Again, the type of receiver that the Buffalo Bills might need, but again, that wide receiver room getting a little crowded, so can he make it onto the team? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Can Kenny Sills V make it onto the Buffalo Bills roster? Moving on to other undrafted free agents, you're talking about another University of Buffalo guy, linebacker, Cam Lewis. I'm talking about a guy here who is, I have his stats here, 6'3", 205 pounds, so a little undersized for a linebacker. But we all know that's kind of what McDermott likes to do. Get these undersigned athletic linebackers. That's what he's done in the past with Milano. And that's what he did with Vashawn Joseph this year. And he does it again here. So possibly a special teamer here listed at 6'3", 205 pounds. Someone who was injured a little bit in college, got dinged up a little bit. But then in 2018, he had 3 interceptions, 6 pass breakups, and was a big force on the Buffalo Bulls defensive side of the ball. And if you watched MAC football at all this season, you know how much they love to throw the ball. A lot of pro-style offenses in the MAC conference, so maybe that'll help convert over to the NFL. Going down this list, you have Charlotte linebacker Juwan Foggy. Again, that linebacker room getting a little crowded. Possibly not enough room for everybody. Look at special teams, possibly for some of these guys. But other than that, not sure where they would fit in the Buffalo Bills. Texas A&M linebacker Terrell Dodson, we signed him as an undrafted free agent. Illinois kicker Chase McLaughlin. Now, we do know who our kicker is going to be. There were rumors during the offseason recently about Stephen Hauschka maybe calling it quits after that injury last season that he suffered, or maybe even the Bills just moving on as his numbers degressed last season after the injury. I don't see that happening. I think Stephen Hauschka is still our guy. Get a kicker in for rookie camp, get a kicker in there for the preseason to see what he has, and maybe again turn that into something down the line. And then you also get Northwestern offensive lineman Blake Hance. Blake Hance have a little new notes about him. 6'5", 310 pounds. Nice size for an offensive lineman. Played both offensive tackle and offensive guard. Versatility. Have we heard that word before? I think so. Senior year, he played all of his games, started at offensive tackle, but his previous year, he played both offensive guard and offensive tackle on the left side of the ball. And again, can never have too many offensive linemen. Let's see what he can do. Rookie minicamps coming up, and I'll keep you updated on all those. But those are the undrafted free agents. Let me know who you think is the best. Let me know who you think has a chance to make the 53-man roster out of those 6 or 7 names that I just listed. Again, the big names, Tyree Jackson, projected going 3rd and 4th round in the NFL draft. We might have gotten a steal there. I know he went to UB, so you're thinking, oh, there's a little bias, and maybe there is, but you're talking about a guy who has a strong arm. You're talking about a guy with good size at 6'7", 200-plus pounds. You're talking about a guy who's not afraid to sling it. And that is exactly what we need from a backup quarterback, maybe a backup for Josh Allen, who fits a lot of those same traits, right? So Tyree Jackson, you're talking about Damond Sills V from West Virginia. Again, in my 7-round mock, I had him mocked, projected to go to the Buffalo Bills. And we get him as an undrafted free agent. We did give him a contract, a signing bonus, just to sign as an undrafted free agent. Normally you don't see that, but we did offer him that signing bonus to make sure he signs as an undrafted free agent to the Buffalo Bills. Again, 2 really good undrafted free agents there. I think those 2 are the best, who have the best shot to make the 53-man roster. But you let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like this video, and again, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, as we keep you updated on all things Buffalo Bills, whether it be free agency, whether it be the draft moving into camps, preseason, regular season, and then hopefully beyond as we have you covered on all things Buffalo sports. So again, hit that subscribe button, like this video, comment, and I'll happily get back to you. I look forward to talking to you all and seeing you all soon. Until I do, go Bills.